Hey folks, it's Rachel and Wild Bill, and we're here tonight with our friend Ramona Cina. We wanted to introduce you to her. She's running for Coosa County Circuit Clerk, and she's a great gal, and we want to tell you a little about her and let her tell you about her too.
Yeah, and guys and gals, this is just going to pertain to to our friends here in this county of Coosa County, where we live. You know, a lot of you know that Rachel and I are from Coosa County, right here in the Rockford area, and Ramona and her husband are here. They're friends of ours, and she's running for circuit clerk, and we really like both of them. They're good people, and we want you guys that live in this county to get to know her as well. So with that, we'll
Turn it over to Ramona. So, Ramona, turns out I think you're doing this job already, aren't you?
I am. I have been in the clerk's office 8 years in April. I started on the civil side. Now I'm working on the criminal side. I issue warrants. I file um, or set up criminal court cases. There we go. I'm messing up.
no, you're doing a good job.
And make sure that they're ready for court and the judges can hear the cases.
Okay. So in other words, you've been doing the job that you're applying for, or you're trying to be elected to,
Yes.
for 6 years.
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, what you're saying is, if you were elected into this position as circuit clerk, there would be very minimal training that you would have to receive in order to continue doing what the clerk's job is.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now let me ask you this: how long have you been in Coosa County?
16 years.
16 years.
Yes.
Okay. Children?
I've got 3 girls. When we moved here, we put them into Coosa County. They graduated from Coosa County. They played volleyball.
Oh yeah.
Their whole time
So
they
all
were
three
there.
of your girls went to Coosa County and graduated.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Okay.
That is cool.
Yes.
So you've been doing the job for 6 years. Been in the county for 16.
Yes.
What about your husband?
He is
That's what happens when we talk about spouses.
He's a machinist down at Ream in Montgomery.
Raymond Montgomery.
He just recently volunteered with the Hanover Volunteer Fire Department. He's done an awesome job doing that. And
So he's a machinist for Ream in Montgomery. He's a member of the Hanover Volunteer Fire Department.
yes.
So how long is he from Coosa County as well?
No, he moved down here when I did.
Okay, so y'all both been here for 16 years. So you've been
Yes.
residents of this county for 16 years.
Yes,
Well, that's good. Your daughters went to Central and high school in Coosa County.
they did.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us, like hobbies?
My grandkids.
Hobbies or grandkids?
No greater hobby than that one.
I know. They're
How many
precious.
grandkids you got?
I've got 3, 2 boys and a girl.
What are their ages?
The 5 and 3. Grayson 3. He just turned 3.
Okay, 5 and 3. Okay. What about your husband's hobbies? What does he like to do?
Oh wow.
Everything.
Everything.
Hunt, fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeeps.
Music.
Music.
Yeah, man stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I'd like to tell you guys, Ramona and her husband came up to us when we were doing the Mule Day Festival here in Weguffco. Rachel and I had a booth set up there, and they talked with us for a while, and this was sort of our idea. We sort of clicked and hit it off, and I knew Ramona a little bit from when I used to volunteer with the sheriff's department as well, and she worked in the clerk's office with Jeff Woods, and she's a real nice, young lady, and I like her a lot, and I think that she does a good job. I've known her for a while through the court system, and we would just like to mainly ask you guys. We're not trying to persuade anybody either way. We don't get involved in politics, but they're our friends.
Right. We wanted you to meet her and just see what a great person she is and know about her experience, because she is already doing the job. And so she's very smart and she's witty too. She's not showing it right now. She don't have as much time in front of the cameras, but Wild Bill and I, but she's witty and she's just a fun person and we really love them.
Yeah. But what I would want people to think about is this without getting too deep into, like I say, I don't care too much for politics in this day and age, but she is doing the job. And our tax dollars are stretched to the max right now. And, to take somebody that's already been doing the job and to elect somebody and then have to train, you would be doing the training.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah. So she would be a big part of teaching somebody that got elected to this position on how to do this particular job. And I know working in the trucking industry for a long time that if you could hire somebody that already had experience over the road, you were way better off than you were if you had to train somebody from the bat. Because even though you may get this person in the door relatively quick, there's still a longevity process involved with this in order for you to become comfortable with the job that you're doing. And I'm amazed that she would actually want to run for office but I'm thankful that people like her are willing to step up to the call. And I think she would make an outstanding circuit clerk.
Well, thank you.
Being on just due to the fact that I know her. I remember at the courthouse with dealings when I was a volunteer with the sheriff's department, and they are the only two there's two other people who are running for this same office. They're the only ones that have come to us and introduced themselves and asked for our vote. They asked us if we would put out some signs around the county, and we agreed to do that.
And they gave us a shirt.
Gave us some shirts.
Yeah.
Rachel and I are big on community, and we want to see them succeed. I have a saying that a lot of you have probably heard, that I like to see good people achieve good things, because good people deserve good things. And we're not all good. We're all stained, I guess you could say, in certain ways. But I think all in all, Ramona and her family and all them are good people, and I think she would make a good circuit clerk for the people of Coosa County in the capacity in which that job requires. Anything else that you would like to?
There's one more thing I would like to do. Not only if you wanted to say something, go ahead, but I want everybody to meet Dan. He's a great guy.
I call him Dan the Man.
Dan the Man. Here comes Dan the Man. I'm going to step out and let Dan the Man come in.
Folks, this is Dan the Man. This is Dan Cina. This is Ramona's husband. Dan, would you like to say anything to the people of Coosa County?
I just want to say that I'm truly astonished of everything that she's been able to accomplish since we've moved here. I mean, she's gone from hardship of 2008, where everybody was struggling to get a job, to working her tail off, moving up through the county, from a manager at Dollar General, and now running for the elected office of circuit clerk. It's just amazed me of, what my wife has actually been able to accomplish as from a professional perspective, and it's made me proud. And I'm proud to support her, and I would truly appreciate everybody's consideration for her vote come March.
Yeah, we would ask that y'all would give that some thought. And the main thing we would like for everybody to do is in March, just to get out to vote. I know politics has taken a bad turn in the last 8 years, actually longer than that. But these small elections affect us. She doesn't have a direct connection to the people of Coosa County the way commissioners or a sheriff or something like that would. But she's still doing an elected job. She's still taking care of the paperwork and all that is involved with the clerk's office in the courthouse. um, the criminal cases and stuff like that, the court cases. Would be the one who collects fine money and
Yes.
bond money and stuff,
Yes.
stuff like that. Uh, so it's an important job. We have to have her. Um, so I think that being the fact that she's doing the job, she knows the job, she knows the people there. She doesn't have to get oriented or with new people. The stress that comes with changing jobs and,
Right.
and meeting new people and trying to get along with people. Um, I believe she's well liked. I've never heard anything negative about her when any of the employees there at the sheriff's department or the
I would hope so.
yeah. So those things like that are the things that I want people to look at and think about when it comes time to vote. What would be the most cost-effective way to get a really poor county to doing business the cheapest way possible?
Right.
Some of you guys down here know our roads are tore all to pieces. The county I know is broke. I used to work with the county, and so we need to cut costs any way we can.
Yep.
Dan tell us about your hobbies. I want to get people to know you as well because you're going to be a part of this too.
Well, a lot of people that know me know that I'm like fully engrossed in like the Jeep life for a long time. I hosted a big Jeep meet and greet in Rockford in June, and it had a really good turnout where a lot of the local people got to come out and bring their Jeeps out that normally don't have any kind of community with that. I've also, really invested myself in, like you mentioned, I'm part of the Hanover Volunteer Fire Department. So I've invested myself a lot in that and trying to give back to the community that's given a lot back to us. And I like basically just family time and doing what I can to do what I can for the community and give back now where I felt like this is kind of my calling, where it's my time to do that.
Yeah, and that's through the volunteer fire service.
Yes, sir.
So you're a volunteer fireman with Hanover Volunteer Fire Department, and that's another thing, guys. And you people that live here in Coosa County know this as well as anybody, that this is an all-volunteer county. Our fire service, we just recently acquired an ambulance service.
We did.
So we do have an ambulance service now, but all of our fire services are volunteer. And Dan can tell you as well as I can. I used to be a part of the volunteer fire department in Weegufka for a little while. Plus, I was a volunteer for the Coosa County Sheriff's Department for 6 years. Straight volunteer. We were risking our lives going out doing things for free. We never got paid a dime. Matter of fact, when I was with the Sheriff's Department, it cost me money. I had to put gas in my truck. I had to buy my uniforms. I had to furnish my own gun. And I didn't mind that, but that was a free service that I used to provide for this county. Well, and so I think that's important that somebody is a volunteer because he's not getting paid. He's doing it on his time. He works a regular job. He comes in. He's tired and we're out. The radio goes off. He risked it all to go out and help people who are in need. And that is a great thing. And that's not to say that other people don't do it as well. And I'm thankful for that more than you'll ever know. But so y'all you like to do the Jeep thing. So y'all like trail ride and stuff like that? Yeah, there's a lot of friends I've got that's involved in that. Matter of fact, my sister and them's big into the Jeep thing. They do all that. But that's pretty much it, guys. We just wanted you guys to get to know Ramona the way we know her. I think sometimes it's best to sit down and sort of joke around a little bit, let people sort of get a feel of who you are outside of the courthouse.
Oh, yeah.
They like to just cut up and have a good time. And football fans?
I'm not so much. He is.
I was.
Okay, well, he must be on the opposite side of the spectrum as far as football. But we're not going to hold that against you.
No,
Now you Georgia folks, don't you start calling me. You do it.
No, if anybody knows me, that I spent a lot of I call it the good years in Nebraska. I graduated from Nebraska high school.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought it was going to say
No.
an Auburn fan.
no. The WE and the RT words I have a hard time saying. No offense to my neighbors or friends
Yeah.
or family,
But that's pretty much. I think been here for 16 years. She's already doing the job. She wants to continue to do the job. Dedicated to the county and doing the job well.
I am.
Kids graduated from Central High.
Yes,
Played volleyball.
I did.
Volunteer fireman. He gives his time and service to the community as well. I know when you hear volunteer fireman Hanover, that doesn't mean anything just within Hanover. When I was with Wee Gulfco, sometimes we'd go to Rockford and Hanover and Marble Valley and Stewartville and vice versa. You know, Stewartville would help us and Hanover would help us. Rockford would help us. So those are important things, and I would just like for each one of you to give that thought and think about it when you go to vote, and we would hope that you would cast a vote for Ramona Cina come March
5th. And remember, experience does make the difference.
Experience does make the difference. And then again, like I said earlier, I like to see good things happen to good people. And I'm not saying that if the other people who are running against Ramona for the same are not good people, because they are.
They are.
But so is she, and she just happens to be our friend. We decided to do this because we wanted to do it, and she's good people.
I am.
So, March the 5th,
March the 5th.
go to your polls and cast your ballot, and we would ask that you cast your ballot for Ramona here, and that's pretty much it. Rachel, you got anything you want to say? She's over asleep on the couch.
No, I'm not. But anyway, everybody vote for our friend Ramona. That's all we've got to say, I guess.
Ramona, you got anything you want to say?
Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I've got a Facebook page. What's it?
elect Ramona Cina
Yes.
for circuit clerk.
Elect Ramona Cina for circuit clerk.
Okay. So if you have any questions, you want to ask her something, go to elect Ramona Cina, circuit clerk, Facebook page. Dan, you got anything you want to say? Closing?
I just really appreciate everybody that showed us support so far, and we look forward to meeting new faces and getting new support coming in the future.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, thank you, guys. We're not going to take up any more of your time. And like I say, this pertains to our friends in Coosa County. I would wish all of you would watch it. But I don't want you to say, wow, Bill, I can't vote for her. I live in Texas, or I live in New York, or I live in Kansas. I understand. But we have friends here that we would like to introduce her to and let her get to know and them to know. And we thank you for that. And as we always say, Wild Bill and Ramblin' Rach love you guys. And we hope nothing but the best for each and every one of you. And until then, have a good one.